here are the 10 reasons it's the worst foundation I've ever used. That's not what I'm here for. That was not the point. And when it gets on your clothes, it looks like blood. Hello, welcome back. Welcome to another Friday Faves, Fails, and Finds. Today is going to be almost entirely actually beauty and makeup oriented. I have a lot of actual products to jump into today instead of 2 weeks ago when we dealt with just all of the miscellany that was falling out of my brain at the time. Nothing wrong with that, but we are getting back to beauty this week. Before we jump in, guys, if you are new here, hello. My name is Kaki, and we focus here on my channel on cruelty-free and clean beauty. I'm trying to overhaul my routine to go into that direction with fits and starts, but that is the kind of stuff that we focus on here. So if that sounds good to you, consider subscribing before you leave. And guys, let's go ahead and jump in because we have a lot to cover today on some faves and some fails and some finds. Happy freaking Friday. First of all, let's talk about this because this was a find a few favorites ago. So it's probably been a month or so, maybe a couple of months since I reviewed this. This is the ASARAI Earth Tones Australian Red Clay Brightening and Detox Mask. I was concerned once I received this in the mail after ordering it because it's everything free, but it ain't gluten free, and I didn't do the math on that. I do think that after trying some stuff, especially from Drunk Elephant, Glossier, things like that, brands I trust, things that communicate really nicely with my skin, that even though I am celiac, my topical wheat allergy is a nothing burger. It's not a thing. And so I did try this. You guys, I have some thoughts. First of all, I don't really think this does all of the things that it says it's going to do. I like the Aztec clay mask that we reviewed a few times ago. I like that so much better than I like this, and it's a lot more cost effective. Second of all, when you use this, yes, it's nice, it's creamy, goes on the face, no problem. When you rinse this off, it gets all over everything. Future, past, your sink, your grout, your hands, your hair, and when it gets on your clothes, it looks like blood. You start washing your face, you're like, blood. You look at your clothes, you're like, blood. And there's just something really not okay about that with me. And I mean, it's not something that's an actual performance issue of whether or not this clears your acne or makes it so that you never have to wear makeup again, which is what the ads claim. That's really not even part of the concern. The concern is it looks like I had some kind of horrible accident when I use this, and it's very frustrating. It's running down your arms, it's running all over your sink. I am not that big of a disaster, you guys, but this is just obnoxious to use. It kind of reminds me of like, in the old days of my channel when one of those brands was like, we're gonna send you some of this charcoal powder to brush your teeth with, and I was like, okay. And so I tried it, and you dip your toothbrush into this just tub of powder that is so prone to getting everywhere, and like I still have stains on my grout from that one time I was like directly in the garbage. Like I just couldn't get away from that stuff fast enough. So that's kind of how I feel about this. Oddly enough, charcoal masks don't seem to bother me in the same way. And I could easily put this on and then get in the shower, you know, and then all of the blood staining would just be confined to the shower. That's fine. It just doesn't really fit into my routine, and I don't think the results are really worth it. I mean, that Aztec clay mask is obnoxious to mix yourself, get it unlumpy, apply it to your face. It really doesn't want to apply to your face, and then you have to wear it for a long time while it is itching and tightening and tingling and generally going to work, but it's not a comfortable, fun, like spa experience, but the results are worth it. I don't really get any, like, I've used this 3 times in the last week, and I don't really see anything from it. In fact, I think maybe it's breaking me out a little bit. So I'm gonna pass on this. It was a great idea in concept, but just the whole situation doesn't fit into my lifestyle. I want to next mention something that has been such an enormous win for me on every level, really. First of all, this is the ONOMIE Radical Setting Mist, free radical defense, long-lasting makeup, refreshing hydration. This is a pretty new release. I didn't realize it was new when I bought it. I heard about it on Tati's channel, and she was talking about it as a luxury item, as something that was very expensive, and it was sent to her. So, I mean, you know, she looked at the price and was like, that's expensive. However, if you look at this brand up against, or this product in particular, up against some of the other leaders in the setting spray field, you're gonna see, you know, 3 ounces in a spray bottle from Urban Decay for $32. This is $30 and it's 5.1 fluid ounces, you guys. That is a lot more bang for your buck than Urban Decay. The ingredients are amazing. This is alcohol free. It's full of all kinds of gorgeous rosy goodness. And you guys saw in my Burt's Bees disaster of a wear test video, the results speak for themselves. Thank God that this is, you know, full of great ingredients and it's a company that I know is conscious and things like that, and that it's pretty, you know, well priced for what it is, because I would buy it regardless because the performance is so good. And I know that a lot of you guys sounded off in the comments in that video and you were like purchasing this immediately because, you know, when I give something such an emphatic stamp of approval, you guys do trust me, and I do not take that lightly, by the way. I would never just like spout off like that about something that I didn't think was incredible, and I really want to hear from you guys after you try it whether it really, you know, knocks it dead for you. Why is my hair being like this? Should I just tuck it all behind my ears? Is that okay with you guys? Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so something that I was hoping was going to become a mainstay in my routine because it really is so cute and it's a clean product by all accounts. It's sold on Credo. That's where I bought it. I have been on the hunt for a really good travel-friendly oil makeup remover for my double cleanse. Right now, I talk about it all the time, I am working my way through a bottle of the Tatcha One Step Camellia Cleansing Oil. I love it, but it travels so poorly. It gets all over everything. I've had mine for months now and it just has my hair stuck to it because it's just so oily and leaky and that package just sucks. I would love something in a jar that's not a liquid that I don't have to worry about. So I bought this. This is the I'm sure you guys have seen this, Unicorn Celestial Jelly Daily Mask Cleanser. So I was under the impression that this was going to be one of those oil to milk, emulsify with water kind of vibes. You put it on, it feels really nice. It doesn't have any kind of fragrance to it or anything. It's not overly frou-frou. It is a lot of bang for your buck if it were to work. You get 2.7 ounces for $25, and it's really pretty. You know, it's not super duper glittery or anything like that, but it's got this beautiful iridescence to it, and it is a pleasure to use until you try and rinse it off. It doesn't rinse clean. It doesn't rinse clean. It's one of those products where, you know, they call it an oil cleanser or a mask or whatever, but I get very frustrated by those. These products that are kind of posing as a take the day off or a pharmacy green clean or any of those where they do turn from a balm to a milk and actually emulsify, when they're kind of posing as that, but then in the instructions they say, get a towel out and wipe the rest of your makeup off. And I'm like, that's not what I'm here for. That was not the point. I don't feel clean when that happens. And so after you try and rinse this off, you then try and wipe your face and you still have so much makeup on your face. It's gross. And for something that I am trying to use to break my makeup up before I put a jelly cleanser on and actually, you know, wash my face, I want to get my makeup off. This doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. It just is oily and greasy, and then you end up having to wipe your face and wash your face. It serves no purpose to me, and it's going back. I'm sorry. Sorry, Uni. Sorry, Credo. It's getting returned. So something that does not suck, because this is sort of a Credo haul, except that I've already been interacting with the whole haul for like a week and a half now, so I know my feelings on it. Wow, is this better than I expected? And is there some placebo effect? Maybe, but I'm a fan of a placebo effect. Hallie was just saying that to me last night. She's like, I'm a big fan of a good placebo effect. You guys, this is the St. Jane Microdose Lip Gloss. I got it in the shade Bliss, and it is my new favorite thing in the world. It essentially is a lip gloss with, I believe, 50 milligram level concentration of CBD oil in the lip gloss. I'm not sure how much of that I'm actually ingesting, whether it's soaking through my skin, through my lips, or whether I'm eating it because it's on my lips, I'm not sure. But there's just something about this. It boosts my mood. I don't know. It might just be because it's an absolutely beautiful formula of lip gloss. I was talking to Hallie about it. Hallie, you should just start your own channel at this point. You know, never mind having 3 children and being very, very busy. Still, she is who I talk to about beauty most of the time. So Hallie was saying that her 2 favorites are really these 2. The Glossier gloss, which is what I have on my mouth right now because I just got done filming a Glossier video. And the Thrive Cosmetics, I wasn't sure whether she was referring to the Lip Mate or the, you know, the clear and glittery glossy one or, you know, the more pigmented ones. But I told her, I was like, the St. Jane is right in between the 2 because it does have, I mean, it comes in multiple shades, but it does have just enough of this beautiful kind of like pinky beige to it. This is in the shade Bliss, but it also is just that perfect, thick, non-sticky, but just thick, juicy looking gloss that I love so much. And I really have found my people here, the ones that I like to watch on YouTube. Nisi Pisa does not upload often enough. She is fantastic. She did this entire video obsessing about lip gloss, and watching her talk about lip gloss is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. She just loves plushy, glossy, glossy, glossy lips. So do I. When you find the good ones, you just want to talk about them, and this is one of the good ones, you guys. I probably put this on like 6 to 8 times a day, maybe more. It's a delight, and the off chance that there is a little bit of CBD in there that's helping calm me down while I am running around like a chicken with my head cut off, there's something to be said for that. So I think that this is like $26. It's not cheap, but neither is CBD oil, and it performs. The packaging is beautiful. It feels very luxury, very YSL to me, and I just absolutely love this. It's one of those just like simple pleasures. Treat yourself. So many things that I treat myself with end up sitting on a shelf and I never end up using them, and this is one that like I get to interact with all day long, and there's just something to be said for that. It's just a little self-care gift to yourself. Honorable mention, actually in the negative category, I just want to say how much I appreciated the feedback on my video about the Burt's Bees Goodness Glows liquid makeup. The lens that I use is wonderful. I love it so much. It helps me show all of the makeup that I'm using really crisply, and for a while I wasn't using it, and I watched some of my old videos and I was like, wow, why did I switch back to a kit lens? I have no idea, because this lens, it's very inexpensive and it does a really, really great job of showing super detail, honestly, to the detriment of like my ego, because I will pull really close to the lens sometimes, and then I will watch the footage back and be like, oh, dang, wow, I did not know it looked that bad. This was one of those cases, oh my gosh, you guys. So the Burt's Bees looked not great when I was putting it on, and when I pulled in on the camera, it looked so bad, so bad. I tried so hard. I worked with different dampnesses, I worked with different applicators, and I really was like, why do I suck at this so much? The comments that I got, and one video response, a viewer actually sent me a video review via Instagram stories. Torched Chapel, who you guys should all go follow because she's so beautiful and she has, oh my god, her makeup looks are just like to die. She sent me this whole video review of this. She's young. She's younger than I am. And she's like, it caught in dry patches that I didn't know I had. It accentuated wrinkles that I don't have. Why did it wear off in areas where I don't touch my face, and yet it clung to areas that I didn't know were dry? And I was like, dude, thank you. And so many people left comments. I mean, it's only a $16 foundation, but that's not nothing, you know? And a lot of people said in my comments, they were like, I really had high hopes for this foundation. I bought it a while ago, and here are the 10 reasons it's the worst foundation I've ever used. Oh my gosh, you guys. You know, I don't want to call bagging on something really hard like a win necessarily, but I feel like we all just kind of commiserated around the, again, super huge differential between expectation and reality on this foundation. I really appreciate you guys' feedback. It makes me feel sane, and this is just such a fail. It deserves its own pedestal. Like, this is just an epic, epic shrine of a fail. So, I ordered a few more things from Credo to try because it's my responsibility, and also I'm just really curious. As you guys know, I have been interacting with a lot of clean beauty concealers lately, and I'm really trying to find that holy grail formula and a holy grail shade that I feel happy using every day. Honestly, the best thing that I've found is still the Glossier. Even the RMS will crease on me really embarrassingly over the day. The Cloven Hallow, it's good. The color isn't great, and this doesn't communicate super well. It's very water-based, and so it doesn't communicate super well with everything that I use, and I still feel like it'll get a little bit pasty looking underneath my eyes. The Well People, it's just kind of too dark for me, and it's the lightest shade that they make. The Pacifica is okay if I really set it properly, but it is super high coverage and then completely disappears if I interact with the environment that day. I really don't understand why it completely disappears. And a lot of them will behave on my face, but underneath my eyes, they just freak out, and I don't know why. I have very dry eye situations, so a lot of people have oily eyelids or whatever. I happen to have the other end of the spectrum, very, very dry. That said, I decided to try these two. The first is the Han, which stands for Healthy and Natural. So I tried the Han All Natural Concealer, Cruelty-Free and Vegan in the shade Fair. Fair I bought because I was like, well, I'm so sick of buying what I think is going to be the right shade on me, and it ends up being too dark because I went the yellow route. So I decided to play by their rules and go with something that, yes, leans a little bit more rosy, but underneath my eyes, I'm not that mad about that because it's gonna kind of cancel out some of the color. This is frustrating because it's super oily, greasy. It is what we like to, on my channel, call you made it in your kitchen natural makeup. The kind of thing that initially deterred me from trying clean beauty is because I was so sure that it all behaved like this. It just behaves like it is a bunch of essential oils that you mix together in your kitchen and you sold to your friends at the farmer's market. It's good because it's natural. It's a feel-good product, but the performance just isn't there. And coming from the other end of the makeup spectrum, where I started over here, first giant makeup haul I ever did, 12 years ago, was at MAC. I wanted something that would cover, something that would perform, something that was exciting. I'm coming from that end of the spectrum from a makeup standpoint. This is so disappointing because it's just greasy and it never dries down and it's greasy. Did I mention it's greasy? And I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to interact with this in a way that's going to look pretty. It feels like stage makeup. It's just nasty. So, ironic though that it feels like stage makeup, which is like basically what MAC is. Whatever. Anyway, the other one that I tried is, I had such high hopes. This is the Ilia True Skin Serum Concealer. We are obsessed here on my channel with the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. This is a beautiful, dewy, almost full coverage, just gorgeous foundation. This foundation, every time I use it, I'm just like, oh, I forgot how great this is, because it's very high coverage, not full coverage, but very high coverage, but it still behaves like skin, which is a really tough line to walk with makeup. And so I absolutely love that. It is a 10 out of 10. It's an expensive foundation. It's $54. But everyone I know from my channel, from my life, who has taken my recommendation, they're like, you can pry it from my cold dead hands. Like it's so good because you can wear it with and without powder. It's a fantastic formula. So maybe you could guess that I would have very high hopes for the True Skin Concealer. I do not mind how this goes on. This goes on like a prestige makeup. I also really like the shade. I like that it's yellow undertoned. I like that I can find a match for myself in this shade range. I really wanted to like it, you guys, but what I just said about my eyes being dry, wow, does this really not help that. There's nothing moisturizing about this. It dries down so much that, guys, by midday, if I put this on in the morning, by about noon, few hours in, I can feel how dry my eyes are around it. Like all underneath here, my eyelids and everything, they just feel crackly and itchy, and not in an allergic reaction kind of way, but in a very conscious, I wish I could put chapstick all over my eyes kind of way. I haven't experimented with trying tons and tons of different eye creams under this or something, but wearing it for 2 full days, I noticed it both times, tight feeling around my eyes that makes me feel like I'm accelerating aging. It's a really, really icky feeling. And so I don't want to give up on this. I want to believe, because I love that foundation so much, but you know, we've seen dozens of times, you guys, that loving a foundation does not necessarily mean that you will love its corresponding concealer, and likewise. I'm gonna keep trying this. I really like the formula. I just don't like how dry it makes my eyes, so, oh boy. If you've been watching my channel for over a year, you will know that we had a really, it's funny in hindsight, but just a very bad experience with Juice Beauty here on my channel. Juice Beauty is another one of those brands, I feel like, that is like, oh my gosh, it's a feel-good product. We used such good ingredients. Gwyneth Paltrow. And then when you put it on your face, you're just like, this doesn't perform. I'm very disappointed by this. So I didn't like their foundation that everybody commented, you didn't shake it hard enough. Girl, I shook the hell out of it and it still wasn't enough. It still went on like my makeup. And it's like water-based. I digress. I decided to try this because I thought, you know what? We love a good CC cream. This is the Juice Beauty Stem Cellular CC Cream Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Sunscreen. So, is it a CC cream or is it a sunscreen? Because y'all, you know, if we're talking CC creams, this is a CC cream. This is the Thrive Buildable Blur. This thing has coverage. It's gorgeous. It ends up being a little bit matte on me sometimes, but I find that you can manipulate this by adding powder or adding a beauty oil. It's so versatile and it offers such a perfect level of coverage. I really, really love this CC cream. So then, this applicator is beautiful, by the way. I love this kind of stuff. It feels very hourglass to me. Use a little bit of the juice. Looks like it's gonna be great. It looks like it's going to be color correcting. That's kind of that, when you see that gray tone to a makeup, a lot of times that means when you put it on, it's gonna be a little bit more adaptive. Well, unfortunately, you guys, it really shears out to almost nothing, which is a little annoying. It's so thinly pigmented that when you shear it out, it virtually disappears. That doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just not what I was expecting. So, did I need another tinted moisturizer SPF situation in my life? Not really. I've been really, really liking, where is she? Wow, it smells. What does it smell like? Hello? 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 That's the sound that my cat makes, by the way, when he walks around my house. He just walks around going, hello? Hello? Okay, so this is what I've been loving lately. This is the Umbra Tint Physical Daily Sunscreen from Drunk Elephant, and I have it on my face right now, and it makes me look tan and beautiful, and I'm obsessed with it, and I can't wait to buy the full size. So, did I need this? Now knowing what it does? No. But, I'm still gonna use it. I still like it. It's actually, like, so harmless that I would take it to the beach with me, you know, put it on without a mirror. There's like no blending necessary. It has like nice blurring qualities to it. So it says reduces appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, so that's good. It's a lot of skincare. Broad spectrum sun protection, even skin tone. So that's really all they're claiming, is that it's gonna even your skin tone. There's really no coverage happening here. Smooth, uneven texture creates a radiant, glowing complexion. And it does, it has a texture to it, almost like a, you know, silicone-y, dimethicone thing. I'm not sure exactly what's in this, but it does have this like blurring effect on your skin. Creates a radiant, glowing complexion, rich in antioxidants, protects with mineral SPF 30. Ultimate moisturizer, skin perfecting color, mineral tinted coverage. They're really just saying the same thing over and over again. No chemical sunscreen, great. Non-nano natural sunscreen. So yeah, this says it's a 2-in-1 multitasking CC cream color corrector that delivers ultimate age-defying skin perfecting results. So I just kind of wanted to clarify. I don't dislike this product, but it is more of a color correction base than it is a CC cream. You could use foundation on top of this. You could also use this as a really fantastic kind of dewy corrective base and then just wear sunscreen and all of your kind of color cosmetics on top of it. But if you were thinking about this and you were thinking it was going to be higher coverage like a Thrive Cosmetics, you guys, night and day. This is going to be, I would say, buildable, almost a full coverage. This you would have trouble getting really any coverage out of. That said, I do like it. I'm going to continue using it, and it's chock full of skincare. It's a lot better than the last Juice Beauty product that I used, but I still am just like, come on, Juice Beauty, can you make me a product that like is a holy grail? Something that it's just like blows my mind. I've just never had my mind blown by anything by Juice Beauty. Thrive came out with a new brush. And you guys know, I've always loved, I mean, since it came out, like, you know, October or something, this guy right here. This is their, what's it called? Just all over powder brush. These are vegan. They don't look vegan. They have these beautiful, like, animal hair looking bristles, and it just does a beautiful job. Fantastic job of really buffing in product. In the past, we have been working with these, right? These are the Thrive previous blush and bronzer brushes. I talked to Carissa about this multiple times, and she was like, you know, we love these brushes, but they don't do what we originally set out to do. I use these to apply cream products. They are so good at it. They, again, have these really, really beautiful vegan bristles. They stay put. They're really, really well made. And so if you apply your foundation or your cream blush or whatever with this, you're never gonna get bristles stuck in your makeup. You're never gonna get that weird dumb streaky thing. And they're good and stiff. So they really are very good at applying things evenly and blending them really well. I use this for all of my cream, like blushes and bronzers and things like that. That said, she really wanted to put out a blush brush, like one that was a miniature version of this and that actually did the trick. So I have used this. I'm not going to use it right now because I'm wearing a bunch of cream product with no powder, so it would just make big splotches on my face. But this is really, really beautiful. And I also received from them, thank you Thrive Cosmetics, a couple of the blushes. Now I have the rosy blush right here in multiples. I have several of them. I think I might even have 3 of them. And so guess what, guys? This guy right here is going in a giveaway for you guys, and I'm really excited about that. The other is the Angelina. Angelina is this shade right here that I had never actually used before, and it is this beautiful berry tone. I love it. I put it on and I was like, oh my god, it's finally like a powder that gives me that same effect as, you know, the Ilia multi-stick that I love so much in A Fine Romance, which is again a berry tone, or the Storm Cloud Paint. Kind of that surprising shade for people who are as pale as I am. We don't think we can wear deep berry tones, but if you sheer them out, they are so, so beautiful. They give you that Nordic child running around the fjords kind of like natural flush to your cheeks, which is what I'm chasing at all times. And so this shade, Angelina, gets the job done, and this brush is actually fantastic. It's so good for nice diffused blush application and precision. I mean, you could really use this as the perfect size brush for getting like bronzer exactly where you want it for like a contour or something. You could even use this for highlighter if you're feeling adventurous. I have all of their brushes, all of them. So it really is somewhere in between. Like it kind of completes this spectrum where you have their big fluffy eyeshadow brush, you have their absolutely perfect highlighter brush. This is the blush brush that now completes the spectrum. They are actually very different. This is a lot more full. This is like really flexible and soft. There aren't that many bristles here, which is what makes it really good for highlighter. And then density wise, like this is gonna be your most dense one. So yeah. Again, really, really pleased with this shade Angelina. Really, really pleased with kind of just rounding out the collection of all of my Thrive brushes because they really are my favorite brushes that I interact with every day. I'm also very excited because Rosie was the shade that I sent to Lauren from the Honest Beauty review when we kind of did that makeup exchange where she sent me a bunch of stuff from Flower Beauty and I fell in love with that. I sent her a bunch of stuff from Thrive and she fell in love with those. This was the blush that I sent her and it's just become like part of her routine too. It's a very perfect kind of gold flecked pink, just lovely feminine color on the skin. So I'm going to put this in my 15K giveaway, you guys. It is growing rapidly. So look forward to that. We hit, oh my god, did we hit 14K today? Let's see. 14,004 as of today, as of right now. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I love you guys. That's just, I can't even believe there's that many people. subscribe to my channel, who know who I am, who are willing to watch me be an idiot on the internet. Hi guys, I love you. 14,000, that's insane. Anyway. I'm like blushing, that's so sweet. So anyway, yeah, when we hit 15K, I am putting together this enormous giveaway. And also, I just did a Glossier giveaway in my last video, so go enter that if you are looking for a giveaway, because I love doing giveaways. Okay, and then finally, guys, I've fallen back in love with these. They've actually reformulated them. If you are unfamiliar, and I'm really sorry because I'm about to change your life, maybe for, you know, a gluttonously negative way. These are the Trader Joe's Dark Chocolate Honey Mints. Just 3 ingredients. We have honey, chocolate liquor, and oil of peppermint. Some people think that mint ruins chocolate. And to them I say, nay.
And to you I say,
nay.
I love a York peppermint patty. I love a junior mint. And this is a very low guilt alternative, especially since I'm allergic to sugar. There are many, many, many things that I can no longer eat because I cannot eat cane sugar. And one of my favorite things about a York peppermint patty, which I will still eat in a pinch, is that it's dark chocolate. So, you know, you've got that lovely mint, or toothpaste as some might say. And then you have, like, once all of that melts away, you still have dark chocolate, not milk chocolate, that you're interacting with in your mouth. This is the same, except the dark chocolate is even darker and deeper, and this interior right here is so sweet and lovely. Oh my god. Super pepperminty. Absolutely delicious. I have chocolate in my teeth. Mike and I can power through a bag of these in like a day and a half. It's like $3.99 for this whole bag of 7 ounces of them. And if you've got a Trader Joe's near you, you just gotta do it, guys. They're just such a treat. I love them so much, and there are so few things that I can really enjoy from a sweet standpoint in this world, and this is one of them, and they make me really, really happy. So thank you, Trader Joe's, for making this a reality for me. That was a lot. That was a lot. I'm not sure how quickly I went through it, but those were a lot of things. 10% off on Glossier down below, 10% off on Thrive down below. To clarify on the Thrive thing, I no longer have a forever code. I have a unique link that will populate a unique code for you. The first time that you buy something on their website, there's a $50 minimum. That is not my rule, that is everybody's rule. Yeah, so those are the things that you can use down below. There are also, I always have all of my discount links down below, all of my affiliates and everything like that. Guys, thank you so much for 14,000. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. Happy freaking Friday. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you guys did. I love you so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.